Think about where you came from. I tell you, I am so proud of you. And the fact of the matter is the fact that you never forgot where you came from. We always talked about that as remembering your roots. And for you to sit there and bestow with Boomer, JB, and Phil and I, the gift you gave us when you got this new news gig was unbelievable. It is a sign that you do not forget where you came from. And for you, Kay, Kyle, Peter, you were with him longer than us. And I'm sure on Friday, he will give you a gift of appreciation that will just blow your minds away. Nate, I'm so happy for you. You've earned it. You deserve it. And again, thank you for not forgetting where you came from. You guys are going to get your gifts on Friday. See you guys.
What do you think?
Awesome stuff, man. I love Coach, man. It's almost like I'm one of his players. You know, you learn how to work with a guy in a different space after appreciating him as a coach, and you realize that you're in the same type of locker room, just in a different space in life. So I love him like he coached me himself, but also like he's one of my family members.
You went to Canton to support him.
Of course,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a Hall of Famer.
He's a great dude, man.
It was a very
Thanks, Coach.
special,
Love you, man.
very dignified message to you, Nate, and the rest of this segment is not going to be like that, okay? We've been honoring Nate's last week at the breakfast table. Nate will be around in some capacity, but never like he's been for the last 5 years. So we look back at some of our more ridiculous moments featuring Nate, and we're going to find what Nate knows about them. It's a segment called Know Your Nate. Nate, we're going to test you, my friend. We found some clips from the past, sometimes deep from the GMFB past. We're going to play it and then pause it, and then the three of us are going to ask you, Nate, how did you finish this sentence? How does this clip end? And it's all about you. Let's see if you ever remember any of the nonsense you're talking about. Here we go. Nate, are you ready? Number one. Let's go back to May 2nd, 2018. We're doing one of our scale segments, our anticipation scale in this case. We're talking about rookies we can't wait to see take the field. Let's take a look.
We have a running joke here on the show about the men here at the table and being boys once. And
Oh, boy.
let's just say we took an abnormal amount of cold showers.
All right, stop.
Personal hygiene is important when you're a kid.
Exactly. So this is around the time that, things were dropping, voices were changing.
Yep.
Okay, Nate, here's the question. We're talking about this. While explaining your cold showers answer, what rhyming phrase did you use to describe a specific part of puberty? Was it follicle formation in the southern station, scary hairy near the derriere, pouch slouch where you crouch, or fancy dancy in your pantsies? Nate, one of them was the correct answer. Which one was it?
He said one of those?
One of those was the correct answer?
Yes. Which did you say?
I would say none of the above, but if I had to pick one, I'd go with D.
Nate goes with D, fancy dancing in your pantsies. Let's find out. Roll it.
Nate.
What?
There was follicle formation in the southern station.
Right.
In other words, we were like pervy little punks going through puberty. This happens,
yeah.
Peter. Like, come on, what are you shaking hand for? It happens in real life.
You're watching Dream On a lot at that point.
love Ben.
I know you do. That's not what you love, though.
Wait until Mel turns 9, bro. You're going to start going through it. All right, so listen.
9?
Yeah, it's going to happen early, man. Just like you. All right.
That was crazy.
9.
0 for 1, Nate.
0 for
0 for 1.
Follicle formation in the southern.
Where did that come from?
Could have swore Kyle made that up.
No. Wait to see what this goes. Adams, what's next?
I feel like we were all so haggard and tired for like the first 2 years of that show that God knew it was flying out of our mouth at any given
No doubt
moment.
about it.
You also look so much like Stephon Diggs. It is terrifying. You look like
I know.
a child.
Babyface Nate.
Unbelievable. Next up, let's go back to January 30th, 2018. It was the morning, the morning after Super Bowl show, morning after Media Day. We were reacting to the Patriots talking about how to make Bill Belichick smile. Let's take a look.
Far the most relaxed Patriots team we've seen in Super Bowl opening night.
Yeah. I'm laughing at the idea of tickling Bill Belichick.
Tickle me, Belichick?
Right. You know Brick at the end of Anchorman was cuddling with the bear and giggling? That's what I'm picturing.
All right, Nate, here's the question. What hot take did you have about Bill Belichick? Was it A, he likely has a high-pitched laugh, B, he only smiles at rainbows, C, he loves a good knock-knock joke, or D, he's probably wildly ticklish?
I would say D. He's probably wildly ticklish.
Okay.
Come on now.
I would guess
gotta
A.
have
What would
this.
you guess? Do you know the answer?
I would guess the one about the high-pitched laugh.
Me too. A. We say A, you say D. I think let's take a look.
0 for 2?
Wildly ticklish.
You think so? Nate, do tell. What are you talking about?
You know, certain people you don't think are ticklish.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick's probably one of those guys. I mean, I don't know first-hand experience, but I would assume he's wildly
That's
ticklish.
a take, Nate.
That's
I love
a hot take, right?
This one right. I don't even know.
Yeah. Wildly ticklish. And I bet he still is.
You're still going to stand by that take?
Of course. If you hit him with an underarm little 1, 2, 3, 4, you do a little
All
right,
little Pillsbury.
Southern Station, Peter, what do you got?
Let's go to October 18th, 2017. We did a segment called GMFB Jams, where you picked 2 players. It was like NBA Jam and whoever had the most points. You were able to pick any prize you wanted with the tickets that you won. So let's take a look at this clip, the carnival of Good Morning Football.
I'm going with the wristbands.
Weird.
The wristbands.
I knew you were going to do the wristbands. They're great. They got little footballs on them. Can you show the camera? They want to see those things.
Now, Nate, that's only 40 tickets. You have 10 tickets left over. Would you like to have another prize?
Yeah. I'm going to go with these little
Little
gadgets.
knick-knack.
Remember that.
All right, Nate, here's the question. After picking that up, which Yiddish word did I help teach you? Which word did you learn to say for me? Was it tchotchkes? Was it mashugana? Was it chutzpah? Or was it schmutz? Say them all for me.
Shotskis, mashugana, chutzpah, and schmutz. It's either A or D, for sure. Let's go with A on this one.
How do you say it again?
Shotskis?
A shotsky? Okay.
Shotskis.
Let's find out. Nate, let's see.
They're called tchotchkes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. Okay.
Say it again for our Yiddish watchers.
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. Look at great camera work. Look. Tchotchkes. Tchotchkes. That's a tchotchke.
Tchotchkes. All right, I got it.
You nailed it.
Oh my gosh.
Not bad.
Give
I
it a
don't know
shot.
let us do the show for this.
I know.
It's
It's
just
crazy.
so absurd.
Here we are.
T is silent.
Tchotchkes. So like chotch,
Chotch.
but with keys.
Oh, tchotchkes.
There you go!
All right. This is the oldest clip we have in this segment. We're going back to November 24th, 2016.
Oh my gosh.
It was our first Thanksgiving show. We were filming with our friends at Embassy Row, a different part of the city. During the show, we each gave out one key to surviving Thanksgiving. Let's take a look.
You take
Like a 15-minute halftime nap?
Before the game, even still a little bit at halftime. I want you to watch the show and enjoy the analysis. After the game.
What do you tell your family?
Well, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that you're going to do a deep dive about avoiding awkward conversations.
Yeah.
A nap is part of that. You can escape yourself and get rid of that. So that's what you need to do. The polyphasic naps throughout the day. You eat, you sleep. Here's the thing. I studied up.
All right. Say you studied up. So here's the question.
He's checking cards.
Yeah, exactly. On naps. Nate had nothing to say about the Cowboys that day, but he takes on naps. Who did Nate
Dictionary.com
quote
defines
during
Thanksgiving as.
what? Who did Nate quote during his answer on knowing when to sleep? Did he quote Arsenio, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, or Robert De Niro? Nate, you did your research. Who did you find?
Winston Churchill.
You know that for a fact?
I believe so. I believe so. I studied up. When I hit the notes, I'm ready to go.
Got the cards.
All right, we don't have any takes on Deshaun Kaiser from Nate, unfortunately. We have some on, who is it? Who'd you study?
Winston Churchill, he said this. He said, you must sleep sometime between lunch and dinner. No halfway measures.
Okay.
Take your clothes off and get into bed.
Winston
okay,
got
now
crazy.
listen. You're around family, so getting
what is
nude
he-
might get a little weird, but get into a room. There's
This is
always
getting a
rooms.
little
Everybody's in the kitchen and living room. Go creep
Winston
away
Churchill.
to the guest room. Take your clothes off, get under bed, lock the door, get a little nap in, and then you get back out.
I'm really just picturing our executives watching this and letting this go on for this long. Unbelievable. You had a picture of we had family pictures.
Yeah,
you had a picture of
did.
yourself.
Yeah, that was the best.
And
Forget
back
my
here.
family.
We all
That's-
brought pictures
at
of
one
our
point-
parents and our aunts and nieces, and Nate brings a picture of himself.
I'm like Snoop Dogg. I want to thank myself.
At one point, I was eating an entire apple pie with a fork by myself. What a fun time that was.
So
Next
fun.
up, we're bringing it back to April 18th, 2018. The day after Thanksgiving was so fun. We were doing one of our famous Make the Case segments. You were hyping up Baker Mayfield over Josh Allen for the #1 overall pick. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
Let's
This is
take
one
a
of my
look.
favorites.
I don't remember this.
I once heard that it's not the size of the boat,
Okay.
nor the motion in the ocean. It's whether or not the captain can stay in port long enough for the passengers to get off. So this is what I'm saying.
Talk about it!
Baker Mayfield can
about it!
extend the play. I mean, stick with me,
Going
Kate.
for it.
Stick
She
with me, Kate.
gone!
He can stay in the pocket longer than your broke friend who doesn't want to pick up the tab. You know that dude. That's Baker Mayfield in the pocket, just sitting there negotiating when it breaks down. And what's this? I'm hearing about a cantaloupe farm. A cantaloupe farm? Who cares? It's not even the animal. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen?
I like that the lower third is...
Something about the FC
It's
West.
fine. Here's the deal, Nate. And I did a lap for you. Look at that. What did you say is the worst thing that could happen at a cantaloupe farm? Was it the melons go rotten? You have too much fruit salad? A fight with the neighboring strawberry farm? Or the honeydews get loose?
The melons go rotten.
The melons go rotten?
Melons go rotten. So it has to be a melon.
What you always say.
It has to be a melon.
The old saying. Let's find out.
Come on.
What, in a cantaloupe farm, the honeydews getting loose? Oh! Cantaloupe. Well, listen, if you're married to the idea that these two quarterbacks are better than Baker Mayfield, you cantaloupe.
Nailed it. Just nailed it.
I can't believe the opening line of that clip.
I think you were Josh Allen on that one, right? You were fighting for Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good segment.
Want to bring us home?
We got the last question.
What do we got?
Oh, sad here. I like this segment. Let's go back to August 30th, 2018. Steve Smith was actually in for Kyle, and after seeing Kyle's less than stellar hotel room when he dialed in from remote, we got a little off the rails. Oh. Kyle, this one's at your expense, but let's take a look.
Is almost
I talked to some people that talked to some other people.
Okay.
And told me that Kyle's hotel is the pool right in the front. Right? That's not a good hotel.
Yeah.
And it's a lady named Agnes smoking some Marlboros.
What does that even mean?
A mint on your pillow, hun?
I'm not going to start talking because it's just going to go right back to where we are. This is the hardest I've laughed on our show.
Oh, yeah, it was a good one. What did Nate say while pretending to be the room service women at Kyle's hotel?
Let's fight through it, Peter. Drive through the fight.
A, the room service women. A, do you need a wake-up call? B, can I fluff your pillow? C, I'm here to change your towels.
They're British.
D,
the hell are you doing?
leave your tips on the dresser, hon. Okay.
I'm going with B, can I fluff your pillow?
Okay.
That's my go-to hotel
Yeah,
joke.
that's it.
Let's go. What do we got?
Roll it.
Come on, baby.
So just let it all out right now.
Can I fluff your pillow? All right.
Sounding like
Hey,
Selma and from The
there's
Simpsons.
drug deals going on.
Okay, all right.
Marlboros.
All right.
Let me get him a
my
tissue.
Goodness gracious.
Kyle, we love you, man. We love you, Kyle.
Too. We love you. What's it like watching those clips back?
It was fun. It showed just how unorthodox we took of an approach, talking about the same sports that everybody else is talking about. So it makes the show special.
Yeah, a lot of sports in those clips, guys.
Hardcore
chock
X's and
full of
O's.
sports.
Follicle stations and whatever the hell that means.
What did Steve Smith say when he said the cockroach opened the door and said, well, what do you want? When the hotel is the funniest clip I've ever seen. Oh, man, lots of crying here at the breakfast table, laughing and otherwise.